I know I've seen a lot of people, calling for Bo to get replaced by Joe Gatewood, and I don't know if that would have changed it if they would have swapped out quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah,
what would you do? Would you keep rolling with Bo Nix, or would you be considering a quarterback change? Would you give Gatewood some reps?
I mean, by the time that Bo had thrown that pick, I think it was a little kind of. I think I would have been running packages with Joe Gatewood in it though.
Yeah,
they ran it every game, with him, like especially some of like the fourth and inches they had, in 4th and 1. I would have probably went for it and used that package to for Joe Gatewood just to kind of jump over the top or something like that.
Yeah.
But he brings a different style. I think he's more like he's a big guy, so.
Yeah, see, that's kind of what I'm feeling out of this. I feel like maybe Bo Nix is just not a Gus Malzahn quarterback.
I think he is. I mean, the dude can. I mean, he's pretty shifty, like as a runner. I think Bo Nix is just a freshman and showed. I mean,
it's possible.
But I think he will be a good quarterback, and I think he is a good. Most of the time he makes smart plays. Like before this game, he had thrown like 183 passes without a turnover.
Yeah.
But that's the first game he's played, in a crowd like that. So, I mean, and hopefully it was a learning lesson because in 3 weeks he's going to be going to one probably even worse.
Yeah.
In Death Valley, and if it's a night game, man, they're going to have to really buckle up.
Yeah.
But
how much are you going to extend his leash before you've seen enough? Like, are you going to let the season go down the toilet just to develop a freshman quarterback, or?
Well, you don't want to do anything, do anything too irrational. Like, what I would do is, they have a bye week, and technically, if Auburn had to lose a game, this is like a good point of the season to lose a game because they're going on a bye week, and losing to Florida, still doesn't really hurt the chances of Auburn for an SEC championship showing because, they still have LSU, Alabama, and Georgia on their schedule. So, I mean, if they won out, they would go.
Yeah.
But, just saying, I don't think they're going to win all 3 of them games, if any. I think they'll win one of them for sure.
Yeah.
But, I would use this bye week, and then I'd go to Arkansas and then evaluate it from there. If Bo Nix does good, and I would really try to figure out what I'm going to do for LSU because Auburn lost their starting running back, Boobie Willow.
Really?
Yeah, he hurt his knee about somewhere in the third quarter for against Florida, and he he woke up Sunday and it was his knee was swelled up, so they had to do a surgery, and he'll be out for 4 to 6 weeks, which would kind of put him back in around the Iron Bowl in between the Georgia game, but I don't think he'll play again this season. Just
Whitlow looks good.
I mean, Whitlow is good. Florida's defense is good. I don't think people realize how good it was, especially that front. They were not Auburn was not rushing the ball at all, and finally, Boobie just started, fighting for yardage.
Yeah.
In that fourth quarter, and he ended up, racking up like 80-something yards.
Yeah.
But I mean, I one thing I saw that I didn't like was, they didn't use Anthony Schwartz, but one time he only got 1 reception. I think they didn't get a lot of the ball to their playmakers enough. But yeah, one thing I saw from Dan Mullen, though, that was kind of, it hurt me, but it was that little I guess it was like a tight end pass or whatever they went for it on fourth down to kind of bleed the clock more. Yeah. Man, that was the nail in the coffin right there.
Yeah.
What'd you think about the? Did you see the dirty play, or what Dan Mullen was saying was a dirty play, where my mind just went blank.
I saw what he was talking about, but I don't remember if I saw the play or not.
It was one of Auburn's defensive linemen kind of fell on Trask's leg. Yeah. It was Marlon Davidson.
Yeah, and I remember the play now.
He kind of got pushed into it, but Dan Mullen was pretty much saying that was a dirty, hit, and he was trying to take Trask out, but you could tell, it wasn't dirty. He just kind of got pushed into it, which, Marlon hunted down Trask after the game and pretty much,
yeah,
made up for it. But yeah, I think, which I'm really excited for this Florida and LSU game coming up this next week, which, we can talk about that when we move on over to this week's games, which I'm fine to do if you're ready. Now,
let's roll with it.
Let me pull my schedule up. One thing that have y'all ever played Mississippi State, Tennessee? Has Tennessee ever played Mississippi State?
I'm sure they have.
I mean, it's it's not a usual crossover game. I don't remember.
I mean, I can't remember it off the top of my head, but I'm sure they have.
Which, there's one game that that hasn't been played between two SEC foes is A&M Georgia, which that'll happen I think next season. But yeah, how do you feel about this Mississippi State Tennessee game? I think it could be a really good game. Honestly, they've got Mississippi State favored by 6 points, but I mean that's just kind of throwing it up there.
Well, Texas A&M and Georgia is this year, last game of the year for Georgia. But
is it?
Yeah. I think week 13.
I guess it is. I heard that this morning, but I don't know how true that is. I guess I've never seen them play Georgia, but
I don't remember them playing Georgia either, unless it was a bowl game that just
when A&M wasn't in the
when A&M
I don't even think that's happened. But how do you feel going into this Mississippi State game for your Vols?
Honestly, I feel like they're going to win this one.
I think so. I mean, I think Tennessee can win. I'm not going to say they're definitely going to win, but I think Mississippi State's down 2 quarterbacks.
I mean, it's the first time in a while that going into a game where they're not favored to win, I actually think that they're going to win.
Out of all the teams in the West, other than Arkansas, I think y'all definitely could win this game. Because Mississippi State I don't think they're really that good.
Come on, man. Don't put Ole Miss above them.
Ole Miss above Mississippi State?
Yeah.
They are better than Mississippi State.
No.
You don't think so? What has Mississippi State showed you that's really... Plus, they're down 2 quarterbacks. I'm just saying,
Well, they're over 500.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's over 500. That's half the teams in the SEC.
Well,
half. Or there's a few that's not pointing any fingers.
Hey, you better keep quiet because Auburn might be there here in a couple weeks. Well, but
we're already over 500.
Huh?
We're already over 500.
I meant under. You better tell Bo Nix he needs to settle down, and you're going to be losing 5 in a row.
It could happen. I don't think we'll lose to Samford, or Arkansas. If we lose to Arkansas, I might, come unglued because Arkansas they're just not good. I mean, that's all I can say about that.
Imagine losing to Arkansas after paying all that money to keep Gus from going to Arkansas.
I mean,
I'd just be like, here, go ahead and take him.
I'm not a Gus hater, man.
Well, me neither. But you know, he's got to produce with that contract.
I think Gus figured out that he wasn't going to get really good recruits in Arkansas, so I think that's why he kind of hung out at Auburn. He's got a better chance at Auburn.
Yeah.
Because, Arkansas plays the same teams that Auburn does with less talent.
Yeah. I actually kind of like Gus. I want him to do good.
Yeah, I like him too. I think he's just... Sometimes he can be a little stubborn.
Yeah.
But, I think, honestly, a lot of it's... Like, especially this year and last year is the offensive line. Our offensive line is trash.
Yeah. That's pretty uncharacteristic. Auburn usually has a pretty solid front.
Got to when you're going to run the ball like they do.
Yeah.
The coach that was in there, though, kind of whiffed on a couple of recruiting classes, and that's why they, got rid of them.
Yeah.
But you also got Alabama and Texas A&M. Well, let's score these games before we move away from Mississippi State, Tennessee.
Yeah.
What do you think the score is?
I'm gonna say Tennessee 34, Mississippi State 22.
Let's see. I'm going to go 21-27, Tennessee winning.
Wow, look at there.
You got to throw a couple of field
Hopping
goals
on
in
the
there.
bandwagon.
Actually, I'm going to go 24-27, Mississippi State and Tennessee.
So Tennessee's still winning?
Yeah. I think Tennessee can win. I think, they'll finally get a win this week. Especially with everything considering going on at Mississippi State.
Yeah.
They're down there. Didn't their quarterback? Didn't their running back get hurt? Or is that A&M? I think that's A&M's. Speaking of A&M, what about Alabama and Texas A&M? Think it's close?
Man, I just don't believe in Texas A&M anymore. They've let me down.
Yeah, they've kind of struggled this year.
When you almost lose to Arkansas,
huh?
When you almost lose to Arkansas,
that's close every year, though.
I don't care if it's close every year.
I'm just saying,
Arkansas's terrible.
They always have a close game. Well, come on now. Let's don't get too judgmental over there.
Well, you said yourself I ain't won an SEC game in 2 years?
That's true.
That's being judgmental indirectly.
From what I heard, huh?
That's judgmental indirectly right there.
I think it's close. Maybe the first two quarters. Maybe even into the third, depending on how A&M's defensive plays. But I just, Alabama's... I'm just waiting to see what defense can actually hang with Alabama's offensive... their passing game, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
It's stupid good.
When you got a receiver almost receiving, 250 yards and 5 touchdowns in one game?
It's not just one receiver.
But that game in particular,
yeah.
He's the third option on the team?
Yeah, he's not even the main. I would probably say Jerry Jeudy's the main option.
Yeah, and then you got...
Who was it, Ruggs that got that? Was it Ruggs or Devontae?
Devontae got the 5 touchdowns, the school record in receiving.
Yeah.
250-something yards.
I'm just curious, does Tua just decide, one game, man, I'm going to up this dude's stats?
They play rock, paper, scissors.
I
don't know if that had something to do with it, but...
It's not like you saw a couple years ago where it was pass it to Amari Cooper every game. There's receivers all around the field.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I've never seen a receiving core as good.
Oh, they're the best in college football, in my opinion.
History. I think that this is the best core in history.
It's possible.
I think that all 3 of those guys can go first round in the draft.
They probably will. Are they? I don't know what what level they are. Are they like juniors or seniors?
I'm pretty sure Ruggs and
I think Jerry Judy's a senior.
Judy's.